Hello, everybody. Peace be upon all of you. Assalamu alaikum. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, dear friends. It's a great honor to be with you on this celebration, to celebrate a remarkable milestone, the 25th anniversary of the Women, Peace and Security Agenda, and the introduction of Armenia's third National Action Plan. 25 years have passed since the world collectively affirmed a truth women had long known and lived, that peace is neither possible nor sustainable without the full inclusion of women. Resolution 1325 was not merely the adoption of a UN document, it was a declaration of a new global conscience, one that recognizes women not as victims of conflict, but as leaders, mediators, protectors, negotiators, and architects of peace. So today we gather at a time when wars expand, authoritarian regimes rise, and human rights face unprecedented assaults. Conflicts, war, occupation, war crime that happened in Gaza, Ukraine, Sudan, Yemen, and beyond. Millions of women and children are paying the highest price for the failure of the international system. And today we see also the rising of hatred, nationalism, extremism, digital repression, and the weaponization of hatred. So the global peace agenda is under real great threat. Not because it failed, but because the world didn't commit to it. So in such a time, celebrating the Women, Peace, Security agenda is not enough. Really, it's not enough. We must renew it, expand it, and protect it. And Armenia's journey is one of determination and democratic aspiration. This third National Action Plan is really more than a policy document. It is a commitment to building a safer, more inclusive, and more democratic Armenia. I like it when I read it. It recognizes three main fundamental truths: that women are indispensable to national security. Women do not wait for peace, they build it. Democracy and peace are inseparable. A nation cannot be secure unless all voices, especially women's voices, are heard. Peace requires justice and equality. Without rights, without accountability and inclusion, peace becomes nothing more than a fragile ceasefire. Armenia, by advancing this plan, signals to the world that it chooses the path of responsible leadership and regional cooperation, even after years of instability and conflict. Dear friends, around the world, women have been the moral force that confronted war, extremism, and tyranny. We saw it in many models. For example, in Liberia, women led a historic non-violent movement that ended 14 years of civil war. In Colombia, women shaped the peace agreement that with FARC by embedding justice, reparations, and the rights of survivors. In my country, Yemen, women led the greatest peaceful revolution against the dictators. So the same thing with Arab Spring countries. And in my country, Yemen particularly, we led a great peaceful revolution against the dictators, which is the main battle for peace. And women led the national dialogue committees and conference. And they wrote the inclusive roadmap for democratic transition, for a new constitution before the militia coup and war destroyed it. And you find many examples across Africa, Latin America, Asia, and Europe. Women continue to mediate conflict, to protect communities, and to demand accountability. So this is very important. These experiences remind us of a simple truth. When women lead, peace lasts. When women have power, nations heal. Dear friends, as we mark this anniversary, we must ask, what kind of world do we want to build for the next generation of people in general, and of women and girls in particular? So I call for renewing WPS agenda that demands accountability for war crimes and crimes against humanity, protection from digital surveillance, online violence, and cyber warfare, economic empowerment, and equal access to resources. Equal access to resources. This is a very important guarantee for peace and for women's rights. And also women's leadership at every level of peace, at every level of the country and governance. Also, it should be renewed to ensure the ending of arms race and shifting global priorities from militarization to development. And also for the solutions to the climate crisis, which is now main driver of conflict and displacement. And this is not idealism. This is really necessity. At the end, I want to say that Armenia today stands at a crossroad between past wants and future possibilities. Your third national action plan is an opportunity, not only to protect women, but to unleash their power as pillars of democracy, guardians of stability, and creators of peace. And yes, thank you so much. Invest in women leadership. Trust women vision. Open the door of decision making wide for women. Protect human rights in general, women's rights in particular. Ensure women economic independence. Thank you so much.